Okay, okay, metal insert. What is metal insert? Okay, insert molding is a process in which plastic is injected into a mold that contains a pre-placed insert. The result of insert molding is a single molded plastic piece with an insert surrounded by the plastic. Inserts can be made of metals or different types of plastic. This is example of insert. This one is insert and this is the plastic parts. There are 5 factors to be considered with molded in insert. First, it should provide required mechanical strength, and some plastic material will crack around the insert as it ages. Flow of plastic material should not dislodge the insert. Plastic has higher coefficient of thermal expansion and contraction than metal. An insert may be preheated prior to molding to avoid cracks around insert. Okay, a round shoulder on the top part of a hexagonal insert eliminate the necessity to machine a hexagonal hole in the metal mold. This is the not preferred designs of insert. When stress are encountered, insert and not plastic should bear the load. This is the correct designs of insert, whereby metal insert in the bosses should extend to within 1 material thickness of opposite wall, and ribs can be added for additional support. Okay, hinge. There are several types of hinge in plastic product. Raised-band hinge, piano hinge, lock and pin hinge, standard pinch hinge, and so many more. So this is a example of piano hinge. So actually, hinge is a thin or flexible section of plastic that used to connect two rigid section on an item or applicable so that the part can be moved. So we can find that many types of hinge depends on the hinge. For example, piano hinge made of metal, and lock and pin hinge is least expensive. Um, while for heat seal hinge, very strong and durable. Okay, this is heat seal hinge, very strong and durable. After assembly, 2 tabs are heated and bent permanently around the 2 pins. Okay, we can see many products use heat seal hinge. Okay, living hinge. A living hinge is a thin flexible web of material that joins 2 rigid bodies together. A properly designed hinge molded out of the correct material will never fail. Long life hinge are made from PP or PE. If the hinge is not expected to last forever, engineering resin like nylon and acetal can be used. This is the propylene package for baby wipe. Utilize a living hinge. Okay, so we can see this part can be flexible. It can move upward and downward. So before designing a living hinge, it is important to understand how the physical properties relate to the hinge design calculation. There are 3 types of hinge: a fully elastic, a fully plastic hinge, and a combination of plastic elastic capable of flexing hundreds of times. Okay, bearings and gears. So, material friction and wear properties play a key role in the performance of bearing and gear made of plastic. For instance, polyamide resin, it exhibits properties suitable for many gear and bearing applications. Used frequently as overmolded gear tooth liners, the syn thermoplastic urethane elastomer demonstrate excellent abrasion resistance and shock dampening properties. So because plastic parts exhibit complex wear behavior, predicting gear and bearing performance can be quite difficult. However, certain trends prevail, which is when the mating components of a bearing or gear are made of the same material, the wear level is much higher unless the load and temperature are very low. When both contacting plastic are unfilled, usually wear is greater on the moving surface. And when plastic component will wear against steel, use glass filler to increase the life of plastic component. And the last one, when designing bearing parts for longevity, keep friction heating low and ensure that heat dissipates quickly from the bearing. That's all the end of chapter 3. Thank you.